Okay, yeah, here we are. So we were in the city. We just got here. What's in my inventory? If anything. Okay, we still have the scanner.
Boss, shouldn't we look around or something?
Alright, well, there was... I thought the shards of glass were something. Maybe I did. I don't think I picked any up, though. Huh?
It's a map of train lines and stations.
Okay.
It's a map.
Well, if nothing else is interactive, let's try leaving. Also, I gotta remember to manually save.
It says blue line.
Guess
Okay.
we won't be taking that train anytime soon.
Why would someone put a cannon inside a subway station?
Probably for training purposes.
That's getting a little too real given the tendency of the NYPD. But, alright.
Training purposes, get it?
Okay, that's... I wasn't even expecting the comedic pause there. Alright, chairs.
Some old chairs.
Boss, is that really Metropole out there?
It must be.
But it's so brown.
I'd say it's more red than brown.
Also, like, everything's pretty brown.
It brings new meaning to rust and ruin.
Alright,
It's a clock. I can't make out the time under all the dust and soot.
Can I send Crispin up to look at it?
Crispin, could you check what that clock says?
One of these days, I'm gonna figure out a way to like keep chapstick on the desk and not the floor. He's taking a sweet time. Although I do like how they managed to render him in like 6 pixels. 5 minutes to 2. Okay. It's very full.
Operational.
Okay. Any power sources? I'm like paranoid now.
It's not the. It's not the. It's not the. It's
Oh.
not the.
I didn't even notice the crater.
Blast crater. Some kind of.
Oh.
Some old. Some kind.
So clearly there's been combat here at some point.
Boss, the energy sensor is going crazy.
Go figure. Well, there's a big lamp right behind us. But that's probably whatever powers the city.
Boss? Is it supposed to be doing that?
Oh.
Facade.
Now we don't have a power or the energy detector.
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
Let's go find out.
You could call it Tower of Power. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light.
You don't seem to have much of either, but okay.
This one is not programmed to respond to queries.
Oh, so you're like a Walmart greeter.
To Metropole, the city of glass and light, Metromine greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter.
I feel like those are all grounds on which to exploit people, but okay.
You are safe.
That sounds like a lie.
Records indicate an outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
Let go of him.
Don't take my book. So I guess the city is here to make...
Contraband has been removed.
Either literature's been banned outright, or they just don't like anything that refers back to the humans. Interesting. What?
Boss? Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
I'm fine. My optical sensors went haywire for a minute. What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said, "Welcome to Metropole." Again. and that Metromind wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Facade.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
Crispin, the next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
There's like, why would he even call that or use that joke?
Let's go find a way into that tower.
I mean, I guess it'd be a good way to like
Metromind later.
snap your buddy to attention, though. All right. Huh.
Quite a tower.
Oh, I like that we could take the view in again.
Apparently, I'm not the only one who leaves lanterns in hard-to-reach places.
Lol. Alright, can you get me a lantern, buddy?
Grab that lantern.
No, I already got you a lantern, and it works just fine.
Fair enough.
Does it, though? I mean, I guess it does. Okay, moving on.
Hey, Tyro, over here.
Tyro. Oh, robot.
It looks like a lighthouse, only without the house, or the cool stripes, or the coastline, or any boats. I guess it just looks like a light.
Tyro, over here.
Curious why he knows about lighthouses, but...
A big yellow robot. Just another floating robot.
Hey! I keep my distance, boss. He could spray you at any moment.
Hey, Tyro, over here.
That's one shaky robot, boss. If I had to guess, I'd say it was built by the same robot who built the Unique.
Very funny.
Aw, it's so cute.
I'm waiting for the punchline.
What, can't I like a cute little robot once in a while?
I doubt it.
What about the little guy?
A tiny robot.
Okay, I think we've looked at everything.
Ramshackle
For that guy.
robot. Looks like he's been rebuilt a dozen times.
Okay.
They're taps for dispensing oil. It's a price list for the oils, solvents, and catalysts they offer here. At the bottom, it says that
I like oil solvents and catalysts.
with Metromind, which I don't plan on opening. High-end astringent and catalytic fluid.
Boss, I need that arm.
Crispin, it appears to be a self-aware robot.
Now I need it even more. Can you imagine? The adventures of Crispin and his arm. For once, I would have a sidekick. He would crack jokes, and I would say lame things like,
Like,
Appears to be a self-aware robot.
bruh. Sorry about the mic noise. Adjusting a bit. There we go. Okay. Are we looking? Okay, cool.
actually, on second thought, you can be the serious one, I'll be the sidekick.
It's a big blue cup. Hello?
Boss, he's an arm robot, not a mouth robot. I wouldn't expect much of a conversation.
Fair enough. Alright.
It's a price list. They belong to the bar. I'd have to buy. The mug belongs.
How do I buy something?
No sense trying to.
Maybe I need to get an order request from somebody else.
Over here.
You know, Crispin, that robot looks a lot like you.
Yeah, we didn't see that one go by yet.
Yeah, if you take away the charm and chiseled features.
I'll keep that in mind for when I upgrade you.
Adding them or taking them away? Let's see what his deal is.
Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dudes.
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is.
I'm trying to think what Tyro would be short for.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home. Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metromind? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man.
So Leopold's a junk trader. Okay.
I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing you might have that I want is information.
Yeah, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
Who are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Steeplebill.
Oh, okay. So he is our trader. Okay.
Horatio No Build, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I'd build someone named Ever Faithful Crispy?
Crispy?
What are you selling?
Ordering, not selling. Metromind don't tax ordering.
Smart.
Not yet, anyway. Come take a look. That's a water chip. Scavenger brought it in from the dunes.
Nice follower.
Traded for a gek.
A what?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone a water chip.
Now that's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Lets you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy. Fine.
Okay.
You got yourself a deal.
They might want the book. Or we can see what else we have on us.
That old boy is a plug board or a print board.
I know what it is.
Okay then. Bring you something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
Okay, cover a face.
Leopold, you'd look much better with a mask.
Watch yourself, Chrissy.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Famous last words, boss.
Also, I should see in the options if I could like dial down the music a hair.
That's a fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years guaranteed.
Not sure you know what half-life means.
You want it or not, I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
At least it seems we can get it.
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyro.
I don't think so.
Alright, so we don't want the servo unit.
Motor you spotted there, Tyro. Foreign built, out of Savitas. Can't do better. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk.
Bigger motor, okay.
Boss, is that another battery?
Looks like it.
Finest AA battery you'll ever see. They as well call it AAA. It's so fine.
Wow, that would have been useful before I went rummaging around a pile of tires in the junk pile. Now, not so much.
That there's an old Nova Robotics subsystem coil.
Not interested.
This is a Sterling.
That I don't know. If it's a reference, I don't recognize that one.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it. Hey, look, boss, it's a glass finger.
Those keep coming up.
Five of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
A binary abacus. Finest calculating instrument.
I'm fairly certain that my math coprocessor is superior.
Ah, good spot there, Tyro. She's a fine micro fuel cell.
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes it free of charge.
Well,
Okay, I like that one. That's a good pun.
This here's a tape measure.
Alright.
Ooh, get it, boss, get it.
why do we need a tape measure?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one.
Fair enough. Alright. What do I have? Do I have anything that'd be worth trading? Lantern, transmitter, torch. Maybe the tape deck for the motor? Alright, let's see what's up with the yellow bot.
Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
Oh, fair enough.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Oh, we have his name now.
No sense.
Okay, so much for that. Oh, what else? He had some other discussion options besides the sales, too. Who's Metromind? There we go.
Who is Metromind? Rust and Bruin, you are a Tyro. Metromind? Well, Metromind is Metropole. Runs everything now. What with the council shut down?
Given our history of AI-run cities,
Council.
I have concerns.
A bunch of primordial machines. Arbiter enforced the law. The Warriors kept the records. Big old factor built just about everything from down in the underworlds. And, well, there's another one, I think. Don't even remember his name. And Metromind, of course. He used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole...
Oh, that would explain the name, too.
I find her.
Like I said, Tyro, she is the city. So you found her already. Probably knocked yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
Alright.
Robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my Gospel of Man.
Careful there, Tyro. If you read the rules, you'd know Metromind don't take kindly to superstition.
Ah, that's what I thought.
You got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworlds with the rest of the trash and trouble.
So we can go find it again, presumably.
Inhibitor faking on you, Tyro? you'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly easy. And even if you find it, you'll just be sticking your finger in Metro Mind's socket. Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
Alright, looking for a power core? Yeah, I don't know why I keep trying to read them when he reads them.
Stolen from my ship the Unique, and I think it's being kept in that tower over there.
The great tower, then. Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other generators and reactors and cores that keep the lights on.
How can I get it back?
If Metro Mind took it, you don't, Tyro. Her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have said otherwise. And he's been gone a long time. Head to the courthouse, maybe you complete your case. After half a dozen other folks took their turns, that is. But you can't. No judge locked it up tight. And who's to say you'll win, huh? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power core.
Well then, good luck to you.
Alright, looking for a big robot. Our little claw boyfriend.
Shoots lasers. Have you seen it?
I feel like it's not going to narrow it down much, but...
Sounds like Scraper to me.
Oh,
Scraper.
maybe it will narrow it down.
Metro Mind, even before she ran the show, he was the one that blasted out the train tunnels under the city.
Where can I find him?
So a mining robot, makes sense.
So that one goes where he wants. Maybe the Great Tower, maybe the tunnels, who knows? But I wouldn't go picking trouble with him, Tyro. Those lasers Scraper used for cutting granite can slice up that tin shell you're wearing like nothing.
Here, here.
I'll keep that in mind.
Now we're getting to the tower.
You don't. Council members only.
Gotta become a council member.
Clicking on Metro Mind and Arbiter. And let me tell you, neither of them is one for bending the rules.
Are you sure you don't know a robot named Ever Faithful? He called himself Leo Built.
I'm a peddler, Tyro, not a builder.
What are the
All three about the underworks. I love how we're just getting it. Well, I mean, I figured we would get an exposition dump coming right into town, but
A whole mess of junkyard.
all from one guy I was not expecting.
Smelters. Facade. Every kind of heavy machinery.
Grab a cough drop. I'm feeling a lot better today too, but it's been getting sore and a little phlegmy. Okay. Alright. Let's ride. Okay.
Old factory ran the place. Built just about everything in Metropole down there.
Ran the place. Who's in charge now?
Nobody. Not since Metromine pulled the plug on Factor. Whole place is full of junk and...
Just killed him?
Well, for the latter, I'd have picked the clean.
Well, boss, at least we can scratch one detour off our list. Seen one junk pile, seen them all.
We're going to the junk pile. Shush.
Tell me about Arbiter.
He's a member of the council. Heard he used to fight with Metromine day and night. Ran the courts. Used to, back when we had him. One day he just sent his clerk Clarity down to the underworks and closed up shop. Ever since, Metromine says what the law is.
How long ago was that?
Who's counting?
Alright.
You don't believe in humanism?
If you asking whether I believe in man, the answer's no. And you better not either. Not if you want to stay here.
But how can you not believe in man?
I'm a progressive, Tyro. I believe in progress. Us robots improve ourselves. And that's how it's always been. First, there was a basic machine. Bit by bit, byte by byte.
But somebody had to build that machine.
All this. You and me and that little floater of yours, we're all cogs in that same machine. And that's all there is.
Alright, tell me about Clarity.
Clarity was one of Arbiter's law clerks. Real cool and calculating, that one.
Basically a paralegal.
Say that a robot should have his recharge port viewed just because it stolen power from Metromine. Anyway, word was she
Oh, she's on the Metromine side anyway.
he sent her down to the underworks. Guess she's still down there stewing.
Great, so we're gonna run into her too. Alright, doop. Well, let me save first.
Down for another megacycle.
And options. Alright. That should clean up the mix a little bit. Oh, door.
It's locked up tight.
Metromine welcomes you to her city of Metropole. This city is a safe haven for all machines. System records indicate that you have come from Outskirts Station. All newcomers are required to familiarize themselves with local laws. You may also be interested in our history and landmarks. Okay, here's your command. Laws. What?
Hey, look, something came out of the machine.
Okay. Metropolitan law is too vast for an ordinary robot to learn in full, but Metromine ensures that it is applied efficiently and fairly. Oh. Seems like a play. Newcomers to the city should familiarize themselves with the Corrupt Data Elimination Plan, CDEP, and the Refuge Rule, as well as the Efficiency Initiative. Alright. CDEP. In order to protect the city from corrupt data, Metromine and the Ad Hoc Robot Council passed the CDEP, under which all information related to certain untrue subjects, such as the mythological man, is subject to swift elimination. Physical media containing such data will be disposed of in the Underworks quarantine zone. Alright, what else was there? Refuge rule. Alright, immediately following the Primordia, Metropole enacted the Refuge rule, under which any robot is welcome in the city. In fact, for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives in Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage. The purpose of this law is to provide an integration period during which newcomers can make whatever modifications are necessary to operate within Metropolitan society. How nice of them. What was the other law? Efficiency Initiative. Efficiency Initiative was enacted by Metromine following a period of power shortages caused by systemic failures of city planning. Metromine reorganized the city along progressive ideals, closing off entire areas and consolidating the population in the city center. Moreover, Metromine identified and eliminated wasteful practices and inefficient robots. In order to show his commitment to the common good, Factor volunteered to deactivate himself. That sounds like a lie, and many similarly obsolete robots followed suit. Since the initiative was inactive, power levels have been stable, but Metromine is always looking for progressive means of improving efficiency. History. And landmarks was the other one. Metropole was built in layers by primordial robots, each generation improving on the last in an endless train of progress. At one time, the city was governed by a council, but by mutual agreement, sole power was bestowed upon Metromine, for whom the city is now named. Okay. Landmarks. I'll probably see if I can look up council and Metromine. In order to conserve energy and improve efficiency, only the city center is now accessible to metropolitan robots. Here one can find the famed Council Tower rising high above the Metropole, the old courthouse, and the historic Central Station, as well as Metropole's main street. For safety's sake, do not enter the Underworks. The Underworks are closed for public safety and will be reopened once additional repairs are complete. Thank you for your patience. Okay, no such topic on Tyro. Council? Robot Council was an ad hoc group of machines who convened to appoint a single robot to guide the city's progress. Its president was Metromine. Other members included Factor, Arbiter, and Memorius. Once it vested sole responsibility in Metromine, the body dissolved. I feel like that's a bit whitewash as well. Machine of enormous size and productive capacity, Factor spanned much of the Underworks before being shut down to conserve power for his fellow machines. Factor was a member of the council that appointed Metromine to lead Metropole. Fully one half of the post-primordial robots in Metropole are Factor-built models. Alright, Arbiter. A rather simple machine built to resolve basic legal questions, Arbiter briefly served on the council that appointed Metromine to lead Metropole. He has not judged any cases for a long time, likely out of deference to Metromine's superior capacity to guide and apply the city's law. Alright, what was the other one? Council. Memorius. Memorius was a database AI responsible for collating information for Metromine's use. As Metromine's own processing capacity increased, Memorius shifted to a purely storage role. His motto was, see this data as I saw it. This kiosk is only a remnant. Okay. Metromind is the guide, guardian, and eponym of Metropole, empowered by the... Of course, the Metromind is the longest entry. By the Ad Hoc Robot Council to steer the city towards progress and a bright future. Metromind has led with great efficiency and clear logic. She shares energy, parts, and raw materials with all robots, asking only that they share processor cycles in exchange to help advance the common good. Thanks to Metromind, the city has followed an unbroken path of progress. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. Okay.
The Law and You, a Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter Built.
I want to see if Clarity was an entry. Oh. Charity and Clarity Arbiter built. These twin robots were built to serve as law clerks to Arbiter, the former chief judge of the Metro. Neither has been seen in a long time. It is thought that Clarity engaged in some manner of crime, and for that reason is hiding in the underworks. Okay.
A six-legged robot.
Apparently E brings up your little info thing.
Anyone home?
Much for that plan. Alright. Let's save having read all that.
Top me off, will ya?
Cool ride. I feel like that zappy thing is something I don't want to interact with.
As a floating helper, just like you do.
There's a red, burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Well, you're not getting to her until we deal with this cable. A crashed hover bus.
So we're gonna fix it up and do something amazing with it, right, boss?
No, it's not our property or our problem. It's some kind of robot that's lighting up the street, seemingly at random. A floating light bot is holding a spool of copper wiring.
Huh?
She! And what is she?
The bus must have snapped the cable on the way down. Given the electricity it's spitting out, I can't get close to it.
Too bad we can't just plug it into the unique.
Given the
Can I send Crispin 2, the floater bot, to... You can float! Although I guess you would need something... I think you need something underneath the float.
That's crazy.
Alright, so... I don't think I have anything in my pockets that can handle it right now?
The Law and You. It's written by Claire.
Alright. Let's take a look around the rest of town. Wait, were you here before?
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
Floaty Pete wasn't here before.
Now that's...
What I call floating
Would
ball.
have been better to have destroyed ourselves gloriously in battle rather than perpetuate this false existence.
What do you...
Yes. The answer is yes.
Boss, I think someone left the smart off that smart bomb. I wouldn't expect much conversation out of him. I wouldn't...
So it is actually a robot bomb. Alright, let's take a look around here.
Looks like someone tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Alright. Okay, we don't have any remotely sort of code for that yet.
Some kind of liquid dispensing robot. Some kind of track running up the side of the tower.
Okay.
Not gonna happen.
Some kind of... It's far too high to try climbing.
Alright. Wuss. What was this guy?
If I had hands, I would almost certainly give that guy a spin.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Jackass.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will ya?
Oh.
It looks like this metal disc is covering something.
Right, Tyro. Down there's the ladder to the underworks.
It's too heavy for me to lift.
That's what we need the crowbar for.
Be down for another megacycle.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
We don't need a drained fuel cell.
I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Alright, something shiny, something
Luck will bring me some.
cover face,
I'll trade it for
something fancy,
that. There's
Not in.
and a geck.
That's true.
one, but if you can.
Bigger motor.
We don't. We're not looking.
You want?
Glass thumb. Okay.
I need to see what he's offering. Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
He takes a long shot, but
That's not the trade I'm looking for.
okay. Never mind.
The entire thing. Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Ah,
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom,
something shiny. Something shiny.
Yes, Leo.
There we go.
Let me see your
I
stuff.
know the sensor can get us anything, but the crystal might.
The plug bring me something that'll come. I'll trade it for something. That's a water. I'll trade it.
Here you go.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Hell yeah.
not seem like a great deal.
Alright. Yoink.
Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Down we go. Alright.
They look like they've been stripped of usable parts. They look like they've been stripped of usable parts.
Boss, I think I saw something move in the water.
Meh.
It's just your imagination. It leads back to street level. This vehicle looks more intact than the others. There's no way I can reach that. Crispin, could you go see if there's anything worth taking from those cars?
It actually pans out.
Boss, looks like you're not the only junk man in town.
Filthy, murky water. These submersible robots seem to be consuming the iron oxide in this runoff water.
In other words, they'd eat us if we fell in.
We're not that rusty.
Now I really wish you'd polish me with that rag, boss.
What? It'd be like those spas where you go and you put your feet in the water and the fish eat the scum off your feet. So I imagine. Who are you?
A military-grade robot that looks a lot like Ever Faithful Leo built.
Let's have a chat.
Wow. Oh, hey. Now look what I saw.
Oh, he speaks in rhymes.
The wings of a baddie and his little training.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear.
Don't be judgmental.
I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Ah, so it's
I'll
Rumpelstiltskin.
just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
Incorrect. All right.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last.
Who's Legion?
Armor is sturdy, my pistons
So I should probably look up Legion.
I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Oh, he verbed himself. What a badass.
You're overdoing it. I mean, that barely made sense, and it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro.
Why are you here?
I like this guy.
When we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. Trinket of honor from the cause.
I'm guessing that's something he wants back.
The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Cogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood.
I'm here for the bituminous coal rhyme.
I sit here and wait.
Crisp can
as a
suck it.
peasant should.
Alright.
If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
That's weird, but okay.
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
He literally rattled off the entire spread.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
Okay, well, let's try and find this guy's medal.
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk.
Yeah, just remind me to look up Legion when we go back up to the surface.
Some kind of wastewater. The current is pushing all the junk up against the bridge's supports.
That's crazy talk.
I just want you to look at the pipe, my man.
It's some kind of broken down robot.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
For now, that thing's ignored. Best to keep it that way.
Okay. We also have...
That thing's best to keep it that way.
Okay, we have to do something to,
For now, that thing best to keep...
we have to get that off the bridge somehow. Oh, sign.
Warning. Factor facility enter at
Oh, we did read that, okay. Okay. Something about memory cycles. It's like a little snail or wieners or something on top of that one, but... Okay. What do we got here? We got a bridge?
It's a raised drawbridge. There's something up there on the crane. I wonder if that keypad controls the bridge. It's a huge crane.
Okay. Anything else? Crispin can at least look at all this stuff, I would imagine. You probably can't manipulate the keypad because no arms.
Typing something into that keypad.
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
We don't have any codes for reference for here either, though.
Is that really the best Boss, I'm not in the business of flying over to spooky islands just to investigate things that you're curious about.
But it might be,
A killer robot with a grudge against witty sidekicks?
I was going to say, helpful.
If only. Alright, we get anything new on the data pad? Oh, they actually gave us a list of prime numbers. I didn't have to screenshot that. Thanks. $155. Oh yeah, that was the
Train station.
Alright. You could try the time.
Here.
It's the only, like, 4-digit code I can think of, so... Oh no, it's a 3-digit one. Nope. I'm gonna look up Legion here. Oh. No such topic. Okay. The long shot, but is there anything about Primer? Yes. Notorious Urbanian hacker and vandal known as Primer has been exiled to the Underworld, so there was insufficient proof to impose criminal punishment upon him. Metromine has forbidden him the use of public streets or utilities, effectively forcing him to stay in the quarantine area. Okay.
Boss, is that a floating robot with a claw and a plasma torch?
Technically, it's an arc welder.
Technically, that robot's builder is about 10 times cooler than you, boss.
Almost like a toilet.
Making minor repairs.
I think it's a...
I can't get close enough to... A sturdy little...
Says robots away. About to school with
Aww.
All storage bladders empty.
I guess that's a good thing.
Can we torch the cable? Probably not.
I can't get close... Excuse me. Hello?
I think it's ignoring you, boss.
A basic beacon-type robot.
Not exactly a robot I'd like to be stuck with in a submarine, boss.
I mean, why? It would just light up.
Flag off.
I tried the console before.
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know.
I'm gonna laugh if there's like just literally a single point where that actually works.
Let me see your stuff.
Let's see if the plug gets me anything.
It's not worth trade.
That's not the... Not in... Did you even That's not the trick.
It's not...
Okay.
I doubt that will happen.
So I could pry the thing out of it.
I doubt that will... Futile.
Okay. Starting to draw a blank at this point.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Just realized we might have been able to use the transmitter device on the bomb robot, although I feel like that would probably be a bad idea. Just getting weird at this point. Oh.
Boss, I'm usually the last person to advise against setting off an explosive, but it seems a little crazy to risk sending radio signals to a robot shaped like a bomb.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
You're no fun.
I don't want to provoke it. I don't want to provoke.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for this point. Let me see if we can guide it up again. Do-do-do-do-do. Scroll down. Do-do-do-do. This was the Dingus Robots. Oh, Crispin can move the cable. Okay. I thought he was going to complain otherwise. Okay. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and hide that so I can continue on our merry way here. Oh, Colton, thank you for the follow. Sorry I haven't switched things over to Twitch alerts yet, but welcome. We do Wadjet Eye point and clicks on Wednesdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays are horror games usually. Though I missed yesterday. Mondays right now are lawnmower games for Moarch, but that's kind of like the monthly theme a bit. And Fridays are supposed to be Disco Elysium, but I missed last week again too. But hopefully this week we'll be back on track. Saturdays should be photography games and or filler or day off. So I wanted to start Umurangi Generation last week, but that'll be this week instead. Sundays are racing games, and we will be getting back to DreamWorks All-Stars Kart Racing, I believe, is the latest one from DreamWorks. We got one cup and a couple of, or I think it was just one round of challenges done last time. Anyway, all right. No, not this. Crispin, can
Crispin, you fly around the cable and push it off the street?
But didn't you just say it's too dangerous to get close to it?
I'm giving you a chance to impress her, Crispin.
Ah.
Just fly up high enough that you don't get close to the sparks.
Fine.
Rip any thing that was left foot down, but okay. Oh, I mean, there's more places we can go now too.
She's holding a spool of copper wiring. She's holding it. Hey, Crispin, why don't you go talk to her?
What? No way.
She's right there.
She's way out of my league.
She's a floating lamp, Crispin. You've never had any trouble with lamps before.
Well, I've
This
never
is true.
talked to one before, boss. Just knock them off ledges. I've got no practice.
He's got no robo-riz. Do it anyway.
I've never had to. I've got.
She's holding a... I'm not here to steal parts.
No, the repair part's a different one, not the floater. Okay.
Excuse me.
Can't you see I'm working?
Working it.
Before, but I'll say it again. You do know this ship is never gonna fly again, right?
You're right about that. This old airing bus can hardly fly to begin with. Still, there might be some parts here that Metromine can use to get another bus up and running. Anyway, what do you want?
Hey, boss, ask him about his helper.
Alright. What happened here?
What happened here?
What does it look like? The airing bus's motor gave out and it crashed into the only bridge leading from Main Street to the rest of the city center.
That's annoying.
Was anyone on board?
Sure, but they've already been salvaged.
Salvaged, not repaired?
Can't repair without parts. You can't get parts without salvage.
I mean, fair enough.
New parts.
Yeah, I mean, what factory?
What about Factor? Isn't he a factory?
Sure, a decommissioned one. Look, everyone wants to spot bugs, but no one wants to write code.
Damn.
You got a better way
That's a
to
little real.
go out and build one. Otherwise, get with the program.
Alright, you mentioned Metromine.
Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole.
What can you tell me about her?
What do I look like? The information kiosk?
Kinda. Approximately the same color.
Metromine is the
Same paint job.
thing that ever happened in this place.
Really?
Really? You, me, all these other machines grinding about, we're just tools in the toolbox. But Metromine, she's got the master plan.
Those always go well.
Got a nice ring to it, too.
So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads?
Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromine's the only one screwed by her fault. That's
Oh, scrubbing. You mean to skip?
It looks to me like you're the one scrubbing, not Metro.
I'm definitely getting vibes of the AI from Cloudpunk, though.
Like I said.
A little less nefarious in Cloudpunk and just falling apart, but still.
Now, I gotta get back to work. You again? What do you want?
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has big claws and shoots lasers. It...
Scraper. After the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line. It's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about...
Blue Line's the one that definitely looked unusable.
He took something of mine.
Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromine these days.
Stole it.
Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway,
Nice.
not my problem.
Okay.
Since you're so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromine?
Ha! Talk to Metromine. Look, Metromine has an entire city to run, but her eyes and ears are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will.
Fair enough.
Can I find Scraper?
Do I look like a tour guide?
I'm holding this like
Piece of advice for you.
I'm about to drink and I'm not bothering. My bad.
The glitches.
Bruh.
Very profound.
Alright, knew where I can find a power source.
Power source.
If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower.
So the tower.
My friend is curious about your helper.
No, she's just a sidekick factor build. Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day.
Aw.
She's probably the only one left.
Aw.
Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
She's right.
Fair enough.
Down to the
I kind of like their working relationship.
There's a drawbridge that someone locked up so it can't be used. Do you know how to fix it?
Well, Metromine closed off the underworks for public safety, so I don't do repairs there anymore.
But what?
That sounds like a prank pulled by a bolt brain calling himself
So we gotta deal with Primer's thing to get him to fix it.
Metropole and change the passcodes around to leave his signature.
Alright, what would his signature be then?
Fix the locks.
Metromine cracked his codes and reset them.
Okay.
Processing power like hers, there's nothing she can't do.
So it'd be one of the prime numbers, but I don't want to punch all of those in.
Feeling that Metromind isn't gonna help us on this one.
No, but we're not exactly...
Yeah, because he likes the prime number thing anyway.
You again? What do you want?
When will the bridge be passable? Soon?
So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
A month?
Give or take.
And there's no other way off Main Street?
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least
I don't yet.
throws our options down, boss.
Alright.
Bye.
Alright, well, let's take a look around. We have learned some things though, so... Again, the password for that drawbridge is probably a prime.
Looks important.
That's the courthouse.
A small, simple robot. A rotund robot wearing a monocle. A tall robot wearing a top hat. A complicated floating robot with a spinning antenna on its head. A tough-looking war machine.
Ahoy, my dear friend. Oswald Factorbuilt at your service.
He would be named Oswald.
There's no more your dear friend than Rex as your creation, you besotted dear oiler.
Oh, don't mind.
I'm guessing Rex is like a pet, the little one.
Bitter since the first great rolling brownout.
Better, I'll show you better, you backbiting butt snatcher.
I think I like these guys, boss.
And he stole his pet robot. That's kind of effed up. We got an ad break in like a minute, so I'm going to roll that now. It's just 3-minute ads to kill the pre-rolls, so if you want to take a break, now would be the time. We'll come back and we're going to learn about what's in that building. That took a second. I decided I wanted a snack, as did my cat, so... Alright, let's find out what's in that building.
What's in that building?
And I think it's the courthouse, but we'll find out.
Arbiter's court, of course.
Of course. Of course.
I need to see Arbiter.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked, and first come, first served.
Alright, why are you waiting in line?
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice. I'm here for justice. To prove that I, Cornelius Factorbuilt, created this marvelous machine, Rex.
Oh, can I spacebar these? Yes. Fantas.
Built.
Ignore him, my dear friend. Candidly, he is 10-23 flops short of a kilo if you catch my drift. The machine's name is Oswald Built. Rex Oswald Built.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous. This is about principle.
This is about pride.
So, boss?
So they're like domineering parents.
You fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for me, that is.
Glad to know I'm loved.
Alright. Are you decide who gets to see Rex?
Decide who gets
Or who
Rex.
gets Rex?
For the law, fool. The law.
The law's gonna tell you to cut it in half.
My brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
Alright.
I rest my case. Suffice it to say,
Fair enough.
we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
Alright.
Who will say whose contribution was more important? Who will say, in fact, that my contribution was more important?
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has lots of claws and shoots lasers.
It really only had, I guess maybe it had smaller claws. I just remember the main two.
Indeed. The robot you describe sounds like Scraper, Metromind's enforcer. Whatever he took is gone forever.
I refuse to accept that.
Oh, he refuses. How delightful.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
Alas, my friend, power is not so abundant in Metropole as it once was.
And Maganka Metromind seized it all, seized it, and doles it out. And there's hardly enough to go around now.
Mag anchor? That sounds like a slur.
Forces in the Great Tower, where the Council used to meet. If you want to share it, you will need to pay her in megacycles.
Megacycles?
Yes, megacycles, you ninny. CPU cycles, brain power. The kind of power she really wants.
The one that she stole from me?
Processor was made for running trains, not a city.
Could someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromind, perhaps? Authoritative to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromind.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help.
I like the second guy because he's definitely questioning things a little more than Oswald here.
Ratio.
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I've built a robot before,
Fair enough.
and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic. A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion. How can we know your reasoning is sound?
Test me.
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
What did I say? I say that you are a liar and a thief, Oswald. But as to this Horatio, well, as to him, so be it.
Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
Righto. Consider this. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party.
Okay.
The what circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind
I said quiet.
Yeah, please shut up. 7 probabilities.
Either a factor built or a Sternweiler built.
Okay.
Blasted Sternweilers.
And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
Okay.
ridiculous?
Pay attention. Factor or Sternweiler, quad core, linear type, or multiplex.
Okay.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds.
Okay.
Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor.
Okay.
Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
I'm gonna get this wrong. That is possible. That's not possible, I don't think.
Five robots have quad-core processors.
Failure? Clearly you are unfit. Now go bother someone else.
Oh well.
Hello? Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
Oh, it was all the ones with linear were built by Factor, but not all the ones built by Factor were necessarily linear. That's what I effed up. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company. Reporting.
Horatio Nobuild, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nobuild, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation.
Oh, so I was definitely military.
It's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
This sod finally made a friendly and he's as cracked as Primer. No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Okay, so clearly we served together in some combat, I guess?
What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? No.
Zumi's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick run?
I do kind of like that he's using like military jargon though. It's cute.
And if you are a decoy, war's over after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something, who knows what. The Metropolitans fried our civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up.
The big airship is the unique, isn't it?
Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
Ah, it's gotta be it.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer.
Okay.
The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Alright, why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ?
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay.
Oh, he's the one who put the shots in the door.
Sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropol, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much.
It looks like there's another code keypad by that door too, so
The
yeah.
rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted.
Wonder if we'll actually ever figure out.
I can't say for certain that Metropol won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
Oof.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
Just seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it canceled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged, and I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I don't know, but it sounds like a side quest to help out one of our buddies, so.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, sir, until someone shows me the law that says I don't have to pay, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I have that printout.
I met Primer.
You still crazy?
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Over and up.
Look here. Under Metropol's refuge rule, a newcomer to
Oh yeah, because he did it right when he showed up.
superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours.
I didn't even think that was going to be that easy. I thought it would be something else on the list.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed.
Under the refuge rule, you're fine. given the minimal damage you caused.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Sonic P-shooters they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
Alright, we got a buddy for later. Alright.
The doors are closed.
The harmony is broken when the pattern is not maintained. Remove yourself, please.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
Alright. Let's see what's down here. Oh,
A rather
sad robot.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
For what?
My bus.
Oh.
Pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home.
Bus stop. Buses run every 10 minutes. 10 is crossed out, and 30 is written below it. 30 is crossed out, and
That sounds like
60 is crossed out.
typical urban rot.
Below it.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make sense.
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out, and service suspended is written below it.
Alright, nothing else I can investigate, really?
I am waiting.
Maybe we can get somebody to convince him that the thing's broken, but let's get back to the depths or whatever, to the sewers, the underneath. Wait. Oh, no, it is the line, never mind.